Hi Andrew, you wrote a great article a while back for the first round review, just talking about how tech startups can identify and hire a really great internal recruiter. I wondered if you'd be happy to summarise some of the key points you covered there, because I feel it could be really interesting both for our tech startup clients, but also internal recruiters who are interested in transitioning into tech startups and are curious to understand what some of the key attributes they need are. Thanks very much.
Hi, Christian. Nice to speak to you again. Thanks for bringing up this topic. I think it's one that's quite timely. We're starting to see more startups getting funding. Across tech, we're starting to see a little bit more hiring. There's an abundance of recruiters in the market, and a lot of companies are going to start planning for next year's growth. And so if I'm advising a founder on what do you look for when you're hiring a recruiter, there's a lot of different competencies to look for, but I think it boils down to the motivation and the drive that the person has. Like, they should have the motivation and drive to build a company. And so they should be thinking holistically about the company, trying to remove personal results from what's for the better good of an actual company, and that could mean walking away from hires if even though the person might seem to be able to do the job, but isn't an amazing fit for that particular startup. And I think that's really critical, especially in the early days of a company's history. Outside of that, a recruiter is going to do a lot of different work across the company. They're going to need to be, a really good problem solver. They're going to need to be a project manager. They're going to have to set goals. They're going to have to prioritize pretty regularly. They're going to have to champion other people across the company to assist with recruiting. Recruiting a startup is a company function. It just doesn't fall on one person. And so the person should be able to, inspire and pull people together towards one of the most important things that a company should be focusing on in the early days, which is hiring. And they should also be, pretty obsessed with, having good processes. They should be creative and be thinking about, how do we solve this problem? This is the number one problem that most companies have in their early history. How can we make sure that we hire the best people? Part of that is through having great processes, being consistent, starting to collect data, providing great customer service to candidates, but also to the internal hiring teams. Ends up being super important for the brand of that company. And so if you have somebody who can kind of do everything, but it has that motivation to do everything, want to do everything, and I think it really boils down to wanting to build a great company, then I think that person will actually end up saving you a lot of time and money in the long haul. So for founders, this is a really critical hire. Take time to find a great person. They're the ones that are going to help you double the size of your company in the next 12 to 18 months. And so make sure you're finding somebody who you believe in, who you trust, who's going to be able to articulate your mission, your goals as a company to the market, to candidates, get them excited, and then make sure that they're bringing in people who are going to be a great culture fit. So thanks, Christian. Nice to talk to you, and talk to you soon.